What's behind me here is my home's circuit breaker panel. All homes have to have something that performs a similar function, and most circuit breaker panels look pretty similar. The function of this circuit breaker panel is to take the electricity that's coming in from the road, which is this carrying two 120 volt supplies, and it'll take those 200 volt supplies and route it through first a main breaker. This main breaker rarely trips. It means that there's an electrical problem between the individual circuit breakers and the main, or it could also indicate a surge on the power company side or a lightning strike. This main will shut off electricity for your entire house. So this is like the emergency shut-off valve for your plumbing. Turning this off cuts the feed for all of these individual breakers. These individual breakers now will control one branch of electricity going through your house. So this breaker, for example, has written 20 on it. It corresponds to the dishwasher and garbage disposal for my house. The next one that's marked 15, this is responsible for the second floor lights. The circuit breakers were selected based on how much current is expected to be flowing through those wires. What I've done is just taken the front off of the breaker panel. It's not illegal to take the front off of the panel, but any modifications to your home electrical system has to be done by a licensed electrician. The inside of this panel has a huge amount of electrical power in it and is very dangerous, so you shouldn't touch and have to proceed very closely. But I wanted to point out first the two electrical mains that are going in here. This is each of the two 120 volt supplies. The next one down here is your ground. So the electricity will go from one of these supplies down through these breaker bars. Along these bars has 120 volts that will supply one of these breakers, and it typically alternates. Some of these breakers are called double pole breakers. Those are taking both of the 120 volt supplies and combining them into a 240 volt supply. That extra amount of voltage gives the current or the electrons more push so it can get through a higher resistance coil. And that's usually used for things like motors like a well motor, or for heaters like a dryer or an oven or other home heating.